Hey everyone out there, Tony here from the Life at Home blog, and I'm here with my first video as the Decent Chef. And you might be asking yourself, what the heck is the Decent Chef? Well, that's what I'm going to title my cooking series. I know we're going to have a lot of recipes on Life at Home blog and all that stuff, but my cooking series is going to be a video series about some of my favorite recipes and how I enjoy cooking them. And so you might be asking why the name The Decent Chef, and well, I had a friend a couple years ago, he really cracked me up. There is a haircut place in town, we'll just call it Great Haircuts, and he noticed that every time he came out of there, he had nowhere near a great haircut. It was really a decent haircut, so he started calling it Decent Haircuts. And so I figured that would be a good name to apply to my chefing skills, if that's even a word, is just the word decent. And I looked up the word decent on the internet today, and it was like, pretty much just generally accepted standards, nothing higher. And so that's the way I would classify my cooking. And so basically, the Decent Chef, we're going to tackle one of my favorite recipes to do when I'm home by myself, maybe my wife's away and I have the kids. And it's a vegetable meal, and it's just browned Brussels sprouts. That's right, this big guy right here. Woo! Yeah, anyways, Brussels sprouts. And the reason it's one of my favorite meals, and I call it a meal, is because sometimes my wife and I will eat vegetarian or vegetable only meals just because it helps balance up our day, increases fiber, and it just feels good to eat a plate full of vegetables instead of some of the other junk food that we eat. And so I have a bag of Brussels sprouts here, and I'm going to walk you through how the Decent Chef cooks some Brussels sprouts. Alright, so I'm here and I have my main ingredients for what you need to brown some Brussels sprouts and make them nice and tasty. And I thought about cleaning up all the junk in the cupboard that you see there in the background, but then I thought, you know what, that's not real life. Like the Food Network and all these people, they have all these clean, perfect cupboards, never make a mess, all that stuff, but I'm not going to do that. This is a Life at Home blog and we're real people here. So first thing you're going to need is obviously a skillet, which you can't see here in the camera, but you're going to need a skillet. I like to use a cast iron skillet to cook mine. And you're going to need some sort of an oil. I like coconut oil. Melt that down here, and it's nice and tasty for these. And a nice handful of Brussels sprouts. And then I have some sea salt here and some fresh ground pepper in my salt and pepper shakers. That's all you need for this recipe. I'm going to show you how to go ahead and get started here. Alright, so you have to prepare the Brussels sprouts before you start to cook them at all. And so the first thing you want to do is, you'll notice they have these loose leaves on the side, both sides here. You just want to pop those off and simply cut these in half. I use a little paring knife, something like that. You can cut them any direction that you like. But yeah, just pop off these loose leaves here and chop these bad boys in half. If they have a thick stem on the end, you can sort of pop those off if you want. What you want to do, and so you want to get all those together and just cut in half like that. And then we're going to throw them in the skillet, which I'm going to show you how to prepare that as well. Alright, so we have our skillet, and we have it at medium heat. You don't need it any higher than medium heat. We're going to go ahead and drop in our coconut oil. And we want to have a nice little chunk here. I love coconut oil, it's nice and solid. A little over a tablespoon should be plenty for this recipe. And we want to drop it in there and just let that kind of melt down and simmer. And once that's melted down, we'll drop in the Brussels sprouts. Now that we have our coconut oil melted down, we can drop in the Brussels sprouts, and I have them over here on the cutting board. I'm just going to slowly place them in. Snap, crackle, pop. And you just want to kind of let them start to brown, move them around a little bit. You can also cook these in water if you don't want to add the extra calories of oil. So you just want to move them around a little bit, and then I like to, about halfway in, go ahead and sprinkle some salt, sea salt preferably, and then also some freshly ground pepper, which I'm just kind of dumping some regular black pepper on here. But normally fresh ground pepper is my optimal choice. I'm just out of it, so you gotta improvise, you know. I love pepper, so I'm going to put some salt and pepper on. That's all you need to do. Continue to brown and cook on medium heat. I like to cook around 5 to 10 minutes on these. You'll see one side of them will begin to start golden brown, which is nice. Alright, as you can see, they've been on about 5 to 10 minutes, and some of the ends right there are getting nice and brown, and that means these bad boys are done. So we're going to take them off, give them a shot, and see how they taste. Alright, well, we're back here to close out our first episode of The Decent Chef. I have my nice tasty plate of browned Brussels sprouts here. I'm going to give it a shot. Yeah, tastes amazing. And even if it tastes bad, I would never tell you because this is the first episode. But I'm being serious. These things taste amazing. You want a nice healthy dish, you can cook them in water or oil. Have fun with it. Enjoy some brown Brussels sprouts for yourself. Make sure you subscribe to us here at Life at Home blog. Follow us on Twitter. You can see all that in the description below. I'll be back soon with episode 2. Have a good day.